So this is our first official entire family outing to the movie because this little guy has never been to a movie before. So we're gonna see how he does.
Which street is good because, yeah. I mean, like, they have really comfortable chairs.
I think he'll do good. Aidan always does really well at movies, and our Keys does great, and of course the girls do good. So it's just this little guy that's our mystery. We don't know. Right now, not with everybody. He can walk right now. He doesn't want to be carried. He wants to walk. Alright, well come on, I'll hold your hand. Come on, Jack. Jack. Hold on my hand, ready? Come on. No, we're not going in the water. I see it. It's full, huh? Sorry for the weird wonky lighting. We just got back from the movies and of course I went right into pajama mode. Like I think that, yeah, the shirt even has holes. We save all of our like holy, like not nasty looking, but like all of our t-shirts and things that are falling apart, we save them to wear around the house as pajamas and it works. So, all right. I just wanted to come in and kind of do a little story time with you guys, kind of update you guys a little bit. So, movies went well, by the way, before I get into it. Jack did awesome. I was so excited that he did well. He got a little restless in the middle, which you expect from a 2-year-old, but he did really well, especially considering I accidentally got tickets to the 3D movie and he refused to wear the 3D glasses. So the whole movie to Jack, I assume, was super blurry. So, but he did well. Aidan liked the music, like Aidan was super into the music, but his favorite part were the buttons on the reclining seat. So it was kind of cute, like all during the movie we hear it, burp, 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 and then you would hear him giggle. So that was cute, but oh gosh, you guys, I've been craving soda so bad. And I'll only let myself have one a day. And I bought these tiny little mini ones because I shouldn't drink soda. And I don't normally drink soda. I'm not a soda drinker. I don't really like soda. But I don't know. I've just been craving it like crazy. But okay. On to the actual point. So last night was a little rough. It was a lot rough. It was just a normal day yesterday. I was cleaning the house. I was just doing all of my things, all of my normal things. And my husband came home around 6 and I was standing in the kitchen talking to him. And as I'm talking to him, I feel like I'm getting heartburn. Like it feels just like really bad heartburn. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm getting really bad heartburn. And it started to get way, way worse. And I realized it was not heartburn. So about 10 years ago, 11 years ago actually, right after Zoe was born, I had my gallbladder taken out because I was having really bad gallbladder attacks. Those hurt, by the way. My sympathy goes out to you. If you've ever had a gallbladder attack, they are terrible. And until last night, I thought that was the worst pain I had ever been in, was a gallbladder attack. So they went in, when they took my gallbladder out, they did 3 holes, one in my upper middle diaphragm, like between my rib cages, through the belly button, and then one kind of like in the middle of the belly button and the upper diaphragm. The top place where they went in, I noticed right away after surgery 11 years ago that I had a lot of scar tissue, and that scar tissue has just been there for 10 plus years, and it's just a little knot about this big, and it's like right here in the middle of my diaphragm. I never thought much of it. It always kind of bothered me because cosmetically it doesn't look great, and I did plan at some point to have it like fixed, whatever, but I just thought scar tissue, no problem, and it's never given me any issues. Well, last night it gave me issues. So apparently, with it being my 4th pregnancy, and I'm 16 weeks now, over varying consecutive pregnancies, it has apparently weakened the scar tissue, the wall of the scar tissue, and has turned into a hernia. That's a little scary to me. So last night, backtrack to last night again, I'm standing in the kitchen with my husband and I start feeling this really bad pain, and I'm like, oh gosh, man, it hurts. I'm gonna go lay down. So I come upstairs, I lay down in bed, and it's just not getting better. It's not getting better. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting a million texts right now, I'm sorry. All of a sudden, it starts coming in waves. You know, like when you have a really, really bad stomach ache, you'll get pains and like it'll hurt really, really bad and then it'll kind of go away. And it'll hurt really bad and then it'll kind of go away. That's what it was doing. So I was like, well, man, maybe I just have gas. Like, maybe it's like gas. So I was like, I even have this sitting out. This is acid reducer. I was like, I didn't take it because I googled it and you're not supposed to take it when you're pregnant, but I was like trying to figure out what I could do for it when I was pregnant. I did all of my oils, I did all of my normal like natural protocols, and I was just like, nothing's working and it should be working. So I was like, it's fine, I'm just gonna get out of bed, I'm gonna go put my pajamas on and I'm gonna sleep, because if I go to sleep at all, you know, whatever it is will correct itself. Well, I went in the bathroom to undress to get my pajamas on, and when I took my shirt off and looked at myself in the mirror, I saw like right here I had a knot this big around sticking out of my diaphragm like this far, and I don't know how I didn't notice. I just wasn't like feeling of it after that, like I just wasn't like, I don't know, but it was really horrifying, and it was just a big ball sticking out like this far. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So I panicked. Well, I didn't panic, but I got my shoes on and I swiftly drove myself to the emergency room. Stop texting me. I drove myself to the emergency room because it was not normal. And if I weren't pregnant, it may have been something I would have like maybe waited a little bit on, but no, I was like, with me being pregnant, there's no way I'm going to risk this being something. So I get there, and it was a quick like fix, but it wasn't like an insignificant thing. So I went into triage, and the nurse in triage looked at it and she goes, oh my gosh, that is an entrapped hernia. And I'm like, what? A hernia? I thought it was just scar tissue. How is this a hernia? Because when I think of a hernia, first of all, I think of someone really old getting a hernia. No offense if you have ever had a hernia. I just think of like, because like my mom's had a hernia before, and like my grandpa used to get them all the time when he was alive, and I don't know, I just thought it was something older people got. I don't know why. But I just kept saying, I was like, I'm 33. How can I have a hernia? It's so dumb of me to say that, but that was what I was saying. So the nurse said, okay, we've got to look at this. So she laid me down on the little bed thing in the triage, and she started like mashing on it. And then she was like, okay, hang on. And she went away. She left the room for like 5 or 6 minutes, and she came back in and she's like, I need to really feel of it. And I was like, no, please no, like, because I didn't want anyone touching it. So she starts feeling on it. I instantly start like just bawling because the pain is excruciating. I mean, I don't even know how to explain the amount of pain that it was causing whenever she touched it. But she kept poking around and she kept like digging her hands in, and she didn't tell me what she was doing. but she kept digging her hands in, and I couldn't breathe when she's doing this. Like the whole time she's doing this, I can't talk because I can't tell her to stop because I can't breathe. I can't get a breath in, so I feel like I'm about to pass out, 1, from the pain, 2, because I can't actually take a breath. So she's doing that. It seemed like forever, but it was probably maybe 45 seconds that she really like super messed with it. But she mashed it hard. I'm sitting there kicking and screaming and like punching the air, and I'm cussing. And she's like, okay, I fixed it. And I sat up, and the huge knot was gone. And she's like, yeah, you had an entrapped hernia. And I was like, okay. And she had to like push it all back in. I know it sounds super gross, but she had to push it all back in. And the doctor came in, and he was like, you know, you really need to have this surgically repaired, but nobody, like, we don't want to surgically repair it because you're pregnant. Like, that's not something we want to do while you're pregnant. And I get that. But he also said that it can happen again super, super easily. And I wasn't doing anything when it happened in the first place. I was literally standing in the kitchen having a conversation with my husband. I wasn't lifting anything. I wasn't pulling anything. I wasn't straining or doing anything strenuous at all. And it just happened. So I've been given some guidelines. I can't lift over 10 pounds, which is really hard. I can't exercise. I can't work out at all. They said no arm workouts, no leg workouts, no sit-ups, nothing like that. One sec. Sorry, I have kids always trying to get in my room. Anyway, I can't work out, can't lift anything over 10 pounds. I have to eat like frequent tiny meals because if I let my stomach get too full, they said it could happen again because of like internal pressure, so I can't eat like a full meal. And I'm supposed to follow up with a surgeon, like I don't even know what the heck kind of surgeon. I have his phone number. And I have to follow up with my OB come Monday, so I'm definitely going to do that. But in the meantime, I don't know if you guys can see this thing. I have to wear a beautiful, attractive compression band to keep it all in place. So that's really stinky. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna wait and do the surgery when the baby's born. I don't know if I'll just have to deal with it till the baby's born and then get it at some point after the birth. I don't know if they're going to consider it an emergency situation and they're going to do surgery while I'm pregnant. I think that's like worst case scenario. Like they will only do that if it's deemed absolutely medically necessary. And they said what it depends on too is the hernia. Like, for those of you who don't know what a hernia is, it's basically a hole in your abdominal wall, and your intestines or fat tissue or whatever it is can poke through that hole and expand on the outside. So that is what happened. So when she pushed it all in, she had to take it and push it all back through that hole, but that hole is still there. So at any point, it can just reoccur for no reason. So I don't know. I'm trying not to stress out about it. I'm going to wear the compression band as often as I can. The only time I take it off is when I shower. I'm really, really sore today. My back is killing me. My stomach muscles hurt and everything hurts. But yeah, that's kind of my story. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. The only issue that I'm noticing is if I do take off the compression band and I like bend over to pick something up or whatever, I can feel whatever it is going back through the hole. So that's concerning because that means it's definitely going to reoccur if I go any length of time without a compression band on it. I didn't finish explaining, like the severity of it depends on if it's like actual internal organs that's going through the hole or if it's just like fat tissue. So if it's fat tissue, obviously it's less of an issue. If it's organs, that needs to be addressed immediately and will probably require fairly quick surgery. So anyway, that's what's been going on. I think I'm just going to end the vlog here because I think I talked a little too much. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the kiddos at the movie. They really had a good time. Oh gosh, my husband sneezed downstairs and it scared me so bad. Why was that so loud? I heard that so loud. Did you guys hear it? He sneezed loud. Anyway, I'm going to edit either later today or tomorrow. I'm about to go get in the bed and rest because Jack just went down for a nap and I need to lay down. So I hope you guys are all doing awesome and fabulous, and prayers are appreciated because, I don't know, having a hernia is a little bit disconcerting to me, especially while I am pregnant. I'm okay, I feel fine. It's not like life-threatening or anything. I was in and out of the hospital pretty quickly, but they did make sure to stress the urgency of following up with a surgeon to figure out what we need to do, because the doctor said the hole is roughly this big. So anything at any time with a hole that large can just slide on through. Like you don't, he's like, you don't even really have to be doing anything. Because with a hole that big, it's gonna just slide on through. So, yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. I will talk to you guys later. And don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, push that notification bell, or subscribe and then push the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. And don't forget, you guys, always live to inspire. Talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.